The STEM Society.
Niggas, the top 5 lister, double S drifter, separate sipping, and you know I came with it. If she cute with her lips shut and tits like missiles, act right, you can get a Nissan Sentra, nickel 9 gripper for all you jack rippers. The driver inside got a license to hit ya. Hop up out the pot and get your top rhyme licked up. We survive shit.
The STEM Society.
Welcome back to the STEM Society. My name is Cole Jackson. Episode 31 is here. Thank God. We finally made it to another episode, man. Thank you guys for joining me again. Before I get started on the show, let me just say this. I have gotten to the point where I am tired of having to see the same talking heads get on media, get on social media, get on all of these fucking platforms and talk about this Cassie situation. And it hurts my soul because I feel like a lot of these people could have helped, or they could have came forward a long time ago. And I know it's Diddy. I know he's super powerful. He's rich and famous and all this other stuff. But it feels nasty the way some of these people are getting on social media or getting on all of these other outlets and just kind of letting these stories go. And I'm like, where were y'all at when this woman needed y'all when it was happening? It's just nasty work, bro. It's nasty work. I know there's another lawsuit that's coming up on Diddy right now, and people are getting their shit off, but some of these people aren't doing it for the right reasons. I'll just say that. It feels like a lot of people are actually doing some of this stuff for clout, and I'm not saying everybody is. I'm just saying some of these people that's coming forward, where were y'all at when this stuff was like going on? And why isn't anybody really like talking about the victim in this? Like, I think I said it last episode, but I'll say it again. Like, Cassie is literally reliving this in real time. And nobody has any kind of like sympathy for that at all. Like, she's the victim here. And everybody wants to get their shit off not knowing that this is something that she's reliving as a victim. It's crazy. I think a lot of these people are just sick and kind of shitty when it comes to some of this stuff. And the way some of these people are getting their shit off on these fucking social media outlets and these blogs and shit like that, man, it just sucks. It sucks to see. It sucks to hear. I've tried to block a lot of this stuff out because a lot of these people are just, they're just shit. It's shit, man. It sucks. So I just want to say, man, I'm praying for the victims, all victims, and Cassie included, and hopefully we can move past some of this stuff because we don't know how she's feeling at the moment. And a lot of these, and last thing too, these blogs that's just like, oh, Young Miami unfollowed Diddy. What was she supposed to do? What was she supposed to do after that video? There's a lot of people out here on social media that's just like, oh, I thought you was the ride or die. Hey, man, we don't even know what's really happening behind closed doors with her. Y'all ever think about that? How do we know that she's not a victim too? Stop with the bullshit, bro. Just chill with the bullshit. It's getting out of hand, and it's nasty. That was my 2 cents. I just needed to open up the show with that. Let's get into the show.
Music in rotation.
All right, so I got 3 singles for you guys that's in my rotation currently. I'm actually going to give you guys some heads up on some music that's supposed to be dropping by the end of this week or later on this year. First off, it's Vince Staples' Shame on the Devil. So Vince is getting us prepared for his new album, which is called Dark Times. It's supposed to be dropping on Friday. If you're listening to this you'll be hearing this, watching this episode on Thursday. This kind of came out of nowhere. I'm excited to hear what Vince Staples has. If this is anything like Ramona Park Broke My Heart, then we got another one on our hands. Like that album, Ramona Park, didn't really get talked about as much as it should have. Very underrated, went under the radar, and it's one of his better albums. The Shame on the Devil, The Shame on the Devil record is it's so dark. And if this is any reflection of what the album's gonna be like, this is gonna be some deep self-reflection, and it's probably gonna be some dark shit going on or some sad things going on in this album. I just got past this whole Rhapsody album, and I don't know if I'm prepared for any other deep dives into people's lives and the bad shit that's happened to them. I don't want another therapy album, but I do want to support Vince Staples. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has a Def Jam deals right now, which that's amazing if that's true. I want to hear what he has to say because he is probably one of the better voices that we have in hip hop right now. And I think we all know him from being an actor. We all know him from Vince Staples show, or when he pops up on certain podcasts and say these funny things, or for some people weird things. But I'm very interested in what Dark Times is what he's gonna talk about on Dark Times. I'm real interested in where this album is gonna take us. So go out, get on your phone, Dark Times, put it in a rotation. All right, so next, NxWorries just dropped another single called From Here. This is the second single from the group NxWorries, which is Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. It's getting us ready for the Why Lord album. I'm excited for this album as well. This is way different from the first single. If you listen to the opening of the show, the first single was called 88 Central, which that's way different from this From Here. Let me just be honest with you. This is supposed to be, summer is supposed to be lit. Summer is supposed to be, I'm out doing shit. NxWorries has got me out here crying and begging for this woman to come back to me. This is what the song is like, man. It is most definitely from that cloth of Anderson .Paak. Him doing the going back, how can I put it? He's renewing what the old school music used to be like, and he's putting it in today's time. I love the record. I think it's dope. They got Snoop talking at the end of it. October London, who I'm a big fan of, is on here singing his ass off. Everything seems to be moving. The only thing is, I don't know what this album, Why Lord, is going to be like. Like, I don't know where we're going with this. I don't know what direction it's going to be. Because these are 88 Central and From Here are two totally different type songs. So I don't know if this album is going to be all over the place. I don't know if this is going to be more of a playlist type album, because there are times when these two get together and they just make music and just say, here you go. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this Why Lord. It's supposed to be opening on June the 7th, so it's right around the corner when this album is going to drop. I love it when these two get together and make music. Go out, find the From Here record, put it in your rotation right now. Okay, I didn't get this for the lyrics. I just got it for the beat. But Big Hit, Hit Boy, and Alchemist have a song called Gank Move from Big Hit's next album, which is called, if I'm not mistaken, called Black and White, which is going to be a collab album from these three, which, if it's a follow-up, this is the second album Big Hit is going to have. He did an album earlier this year with The Game. Actually, that was the first album that dropped this year. I remember New Year's Day like it was yesterday, and I looked at my phone, and what was the name of the Paisley Dreams. Paisley Dreams dropped New Year's Day, and I listened to it, and it was okay. It was decent. I'm not a big fan of Big Hit's rapping per se, but the feel of the song is like 90s West Coast hip hop. So I think he's kind of staying in his range as far as like what he knows as far as rap is concerned. I do like the fact that Hit Boy and Alchemist, they've been working with each other all year, and this shit sounds great. It gives me a whole feel of London Drugs or Jay Worthy, if you've ever listened to anything that they've put out. And I'm super excited to see what's going to come from Black and White now. Again, not a big fan of Big Hit's rapping. It just ain't for me. But the type of music that Alchemist and Hit Boy put together when they get, and if this is like super old school 90s West Coast, I want to hear it. That sound right now is probably going to be a part of the summer, all summer. And if Alchemist is doing it and Hit Boy is doing it, I'm going to be a part of it. I think Alchemist and Hit Boy have their own joint their collab album that's supposed to be dropping later on this year. So it's a lot happening with that. I'm super excited. Big Hit, man. Let me just say this: Big Hit is gonna represent to the day that he died. And that's you gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect it. But if you want some, like a '90s feeling hip hop record, go out and listen to Gank Move, Big Hit, Hit Boy, and Alchemist. Those 3 songs should be in your rotation right now. And if you have any albums or you have any songs that you think I should put in my rotation, always let me know in the comments. I read the comments on a regular basis. I love it when you guys tell me stuff, or you can tell me via Twitter at ColeJackson12. I really want to hear what you guys suggest as far as like music. I'm always open to new music. I want to hear new music on a regular basis. So hit me up again. It's at ColeJackson12 on Twitter. Okay, so before we get out of here and go to the news, I'm going to give you guys some updates on some albums that's supposed to be dropping here pretty soon. Now, Kaytranada actually announced that he's going to be dropping the album called Timeless on June the 7th. And today he actually dropped a track list and we got some features on here. It looks like the album's going to have Childish Gambino, Don Toliver, Pink Panthers, Anderson .Paak, Raven Lenae, Sir, Mariah the Scientist, and a few more artists. I can't read the rest of this list because it got cut off. But the album seems to be shaping up pretty nice. I'm a big Kaytranada fan. I can't wait to hear what he has coming up on June the 7th. I think this is going to be a really great album. If you want to catch up with what Kaytranada's been doing, go back and listen to the collab album he did with Amine called Kaytranime. It's a great collab album. Very, do I want to say underrated? Nah, I'm not going to give it underrated. It was okay. It was all right. Some people put it up there on their list as one of the best albums of that year. I'm just going to say it was okay. I'm here for Kaytranada, though. Anytime Kaytranada drops something, I'm there. Hopefully, I can get to see him live this year. If he tours or if he does something live, I'm going to see it regardless. Hands down, that's on my checklist to go watch. So be on the lookout for Kaytranada's new album called Timeless, coming out June the 7th. Don Toliver actually dropped a new song today. It's called Attitude. It's him, Cash Cobain, and Charlie Wilson, of all people. I have not heard it yet because I had to come record this, but as soon as I get finished with this, I'm actually going to go listen to it. I think Don Toliver is gearing up to give us another album. I don't know when, I don't know where, but he's been dropping singles all year. Typically, when that happens with an artist, that means they're going to give us something new as far as like a project. He dropped an album last year called Lovesick, which I think was that was in my top 10. Great album. I actually put it on the R&B side. It's hard for me to tell what side to put Don Toliver on because I typically feel like he's an R&B artist, but that does hip hop on the side. I don't know. But when you get opportunity, go listen to the new single with Cash Cobain. Cash Cobain is everywhere. This is going to be a Cash Cobain summer. Get prepared. He's about to be everywhere, and there's nothing we can do about it. But go listen to the Don Toliver featuring Cash Cobain and Charlie Wilson record called Attitude. I can't talk today. And finally, there was a teaser video. I put it up right here. There's a teaser video with Big Sean and Alchemist cooking up something. So for those who don't know, Big Sean did drop a single earlier this year called Precision, which kind of got stepped on by Kendrick, which was kind of fucked up. But it looks like he's going to move forward trying to put out a project. Whatever it is that he's cooking up with Alchemist, I need to hear it because Alchemist is one of the hottest producers out right now. Alchemist is touching everything. He's done so many major records. It's ridiculous how much work this man is getting. And he's starting to try to rap again too, which I think is kind of cool. But whatever Big Sean is cooking up, I think we should start back getting excited about it. And if you don't remember the Precision single that came out earlier this year, go back and listen to it. Big Sean was rapping his ass off. Let's support Big Sean. Let's see what he does. Let's not act like he's not a fucking great rapper. Like, that nigga can rap, bro. Let's stop acting like we can't give this man some fucking support. I want to hear what him and Alchemist put together and see where it goes from here. if we do get an album this year, I wouldn't be disappointed. I want to hear more Big Sean. You should hear more Big Sean. So let's get ready to see what he's gonna drop. But he didn't put a name or anything like that on the teaser. It just says something coming soon. So we'll see.
The STEM Society.
How can you believe in Christ in the crisis? How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend.
I don't do much but stack chips and write hits. Get streamed by your bitch, put smoke in the sky.
The STEM Society.
I run the enterprise, waggle with the fries, champagne.
For everybody who's returning that is a part of the society, I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you for being a part of something that has been growing on a regular basis. But for all the people who have not joined the society yet, what's wrong with you? Why haven't you hit subscribe? Look, I always want you to give me a play, a like, a listen, or a comment to help me break the algorithm chains. But it would be great if you guys join the society. Be a part of something special. Be a part of something that's growing every day. How can you do that? The easiest way to do it is to subscribe to the BYNK Radio YouTube channel. What you're watching this on right now, you get music content twice a week. I work my ass off to make sure you guys get long form video. We're not getting enough views on the long form video. I need y'all to pull up and give me some fucking views. I'm begging, nigga. I'm begging over here. No, on some real shit. Please support the channel, grow the channel, be a part of something that's organic. Be a part of the STEM Society. I'm probably gonna rant a lot this during this news. It's been a kind of a slow news week outside of Diddy. I didn't want to talk about that, but do you know what I do want to talk about? These shitty ass lists that we've been getting from Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So let's start with Spotify. Spotify decided to say, hey guys, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you the top 100 hip hop songs of the streaming era. And you know what I said? Let me take a look at that. Let me see what's going on around here. Let me see if these niggas know what the fuck they're talking about. Here's the paragraph that I got from the article. It says Spotify's hip hop editorial team, spearheaded by Carl Cherry, who is, I think he's on the cover art of this week's episode, creative director, head of urban music, has taken the ambitious task of reviewing thousands of songs. And in the end, this list offers a snapshot of hip-hop during the streaming era. Oh, goody, I can't wait. Spotify Classics is 100% qualitative. I figured that word out on my own. The criteria for the list are based on this: quality, impact, replay value, influence, cultural significance. The program was driven by our editors' music and cultural experience. Nigga, please. Not by data. You're a tech company. Everything's moved by data. This means that big streaming numbers were not a requirement to make the list. Here's a side note. All songs were released on Spotify after January 1st of 2015, and Spotify streams are as current as May the 20th, 2024. Oh, man. So let's go over this top. So I looked through the list, of course. I can't really cover everything that I want to because I don't have as much time as a lot of other people do. I want to make sure I get this done and be finished with it. But I do want to give you guys the top 10. And it's a doozy. Number 10, Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams. Number 9, Pop Smoke, Dior. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at either one of those. Both of those were major songs and they were a moment in time. Number 8, Sheck West, Mo Bamba. For the people in the back who didn't hear me, Sheck West, Mo Bamba is number 8 on hip hop, the top 100 hip hop songs of the streaming era. Do y'all remember Sheck West? Raise your hand. Me neither. Travis Scott's Sicko Mode, number 7. It gets better. Who came up with it? Okay, hold on. The Migos, Bad and Bougie, number 6. Not mad at that. I'm glad it's in top 10. Number 5, a travesty of fucking justice before I even say the name. Future, March Madness. Number 5. It gets better. Number 4, Lil Uzi Vert, EXO Tour Life. I'll be honest with y'all. I feel like EXO Tour Life should be in the top 10. Reason being is because when I listened to that song, that's what got me hip to Uzi. I didn't know anything previous to Uzi before I heard that song. And after I heard that song, I was hip. I was like, I need to fuck with this nigga because he's outside the box. So I can't sit up here and just be like, I'm mad at that. But 4 is so high. For him, Uzi being at number 4 is a very high number. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Top 3, here we go. Drake, God's Plan. Could somebody check and see if Drake has any other hits or any other songs that would be more impactful? Wait, what's the criteria again? Let me look at this criteria one more time. Quality, impact, replay value, influence, cultural significance. Hey, have you guys played God's Plan anytime here recently? Because I haven't. I don't have that on a playlist where I'm just like, you know what I want to hear? I want to hear that God's Plan. Man, that shit slaps. I don't hear nobody saying that shit. That shit slaps. The fuck out of here. Number 2, which is a travesty of justice. And I know people might think I'm trying to dogpile on this woman, but I'm not. Number 2 is Cardi B, Bodak Yellow. Don't get me wrong. That song was everywhere. Everywhere. And that pretty much cemented and solidified her career. She ended up getting hip hop album of the year off of that album. But to say that's the number 2 best hip hop song in the streaming era out of 100 songs, you got that over March Madness. March Madness is a better song than that. I'm being real with y'all. And y'all can tell me up in the comments if y'all want to. March Madness is a way better song than Bodak Yellow. Sicko Mode is a way better song than Bodak Yellow. Fuck it, I'll say this. Bad and Bougie is a better song than Bodak Yellow. I would put Bad and Bougie at number 3 or number 2 before I put Bodak Yellow at number 2. I would argue, I'm really gonna get tore for this shit. I would argue that Lucid Dreams is a better song than Bodak Yellow. Number two. Number 1 song out of the top 100 songs of hip hop of a streaming era is Kendrick Lamar's All Right. I don't have a problem with that because that is the second national anthem. That's the second black national anthem. If you don't hear All Right and don't feel something, you are a dead person. You have no heartbeat. You have no pulse. Kendrick Lamar's All Right is one of those songs where it can get you through hard times. Believe me, I have been in a horrible mood and shit has been going bad. And then I listened to Kendrick Lamar's All Right and I have made it through. This list is probably, the top 10 is probably the trashiest top 10 I've ever seen or read in my entire life. Let me give you guys some songs that kind of got thrown to the wayside, which I feel like probably should have been higher than what they were, maybe even top 10 worthy. Number 13 was Travis Scott's Goosebumps. That song can still be played now. That was one of Travis Scott's biggest songs. Very culturally relevant. Shit still slaps to this day. Fire ass feature from Kendrick. Number 13. Here's another one, and I think it could have been higher. The Box by Roddy Ricch. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. When Roddy Ricch dropped The Box, and then he dropped the album Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial, niggas was putting him on a pedestal saying he's up next. I swear, if I'm lying, I'm flying at this bitch. People was just like, man, he's up next, man. He had fucking interviews where they was talking about how he knows how to play the piano. I distinctly remember motherfuckers doing a breakdown of the fucking noise in the background of The Box. Go back and find those interviews. They were just like, what's this? How'd you do that? Niggas was sucking his dick hard. Very hard. And for them to say number 14, I think it could have been maybe 10. And I'm not saying that because it was better than some of these other songs in the top 10. I'm just saying y'all niggas put Sheck West at number 8 in the top 10. And y'all can't show Roddy Ricch The Box No Love higher than 14. You see where I'm going with this? Do you see why I say these lists are fucking stupid? Here's another one that pisses me off, and I think that people are dumb and stupid. Playboi Carti's Magnolia was number 33. Now, I don't know what Carti is doing right now. I think Playboi Carti is really kind of like hustling y'all, but Magnolia was everywhere. Magnolia was everywhere. For that to be number 33, Magnolia put that nigga on the map. I remember hearing that song when it came out. I distinctly remember sitting down and be like, what the fuck is this? And it was fire. That song made me get his album. What was it? Die Lit? I think his first album was Die Lit. And I'd be damned if I didn't become interested in Carti. Now, what Carti's doing, Playboi Carti's doing now, I have no fucking idea. I think he's a scam artist. It's just getting over on people. But that song put him on the map. That song was everywhere. Niggas was doing fucking all kinds of fucking challenges with that shit. It was Millie Rock videos all over the place. I'm sorry. That song was everywhere. And this nigga shit is at number 33. I don't know who they have in these rooms. This is my final point on this shit. Tyler, the Creator, his highest ranking song is Earthquake. You want to know where it's at? Number 25. Tyler, the Creator, who came out with 2 top tier albums back to back, don't even have one song in the top 20 of the 100 best songs in hip hop streaming era. I don't know who's at fucking Spotify. Carl Cherry, what's his name? Let me look his name. Carl Cherry. Hey man, I don't know if you just said, hey man, why don't we get a bunch of editors in here or some niggas who sit up here, he's creative director, head of urban music. Did you just get your staff together and just kind of throw darts at the wall to get the damn list put together? Like, how did y'all put this list together? And why? Here's my problem. They never get a group of rappers to help with these lists. I think that when you have a bunch of tech niggas or some niggas who was around hip hop, which I'm not trying to take anything away from them, they know a little bit, but why can't y'all could get 2 niggas from every generation to get in the room with y'all to help put these lists together? Like, where's the fucking... You could even promo that as, hey, we got these rappers from these different generations to help us put together our 100 best hip hop songs in the streaming era. And that's good promo for them. That's good promo for you. That kind of gives you guys some legitimacy to show that you know what the fuck you're talking about, instead of doing some dumb shit like putting fucking Sheck West, Mo Bamba at number fucking 8 in a top 10 list of 100 best streaming hip hop songs. I'm trying not to be upset because I don't want to yell that much. I've been yelling about lists all fucking day. These lists are there to make us argue online and give these tech companies the much needed attention that they're looking for. I don't know what Spotify is going through. I don't know, because they did put a top 100 R&B albums. They did top 100 R&B albums during the streaming era, and I think I went over that list as well on an episode, and that pissed me off too. And this list right here, especially the top 10, is crazy. I don't know what these niggas are smoking or what drugs they're taking. Who knows? This is ridiculous, and it just shows how much some of these companies need attention from us, because they don't have the subscription rates up right now. Nobody's subscribing to fucking Spotify, and nobody's hitting fucking play on their fucking shitty ass podcast that they have with music. So I don't know, man. I wish that these people would get real rappers, because I know for damn sure there are rappers from each generation that will sit around at a table with these people to get these lists correct. They keep putting this shit out. I know why they put it out. They put it out for attention and for arguments and for retweets and for fucking just attention in general. Because I'm talking about it. And I've been going back and forth with people about this shit all fucking day. So Spotify, if you're watching this, hey, here's a free idea for you guys. You can have it for free. I won't even charge you for it. Get rappers in the room to help you with these goddamn lists. You suck at it. You don't do it right. You're tech nerds. You don't stop. Stop it. It's fucking ridiculous, the type of shit that we and y'all put that shit out proudly too, man. Like, it's like y'all really like putting this dumb shit out. I can't do it anymore. Tell you what, if you guys, I'm gonna put the link to the list in the description. I want some comments about this. I want to hear what your feedback is about this. Tell me what you think was the hits and misses in this top 100 list, and I'll read them on the next episode. How about that? Finally, the big one. Apple Music put out their 100 best albums list. Now, I know this has been a buzz all over social media, and I know a lot of you guys are just like, man, this is great. I don't even know if I want to do the top 10. How much time do I have? I don't have that much time, so I'll just get into it right now. I'll do the number one album ended up being The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill as the best album. The best album out of 100 albums. Do you know what that album beat? It beat Thriller. It beat Thriller, nigga. So Apple Music is telling me, on top of Generation Z, that Lauryn Hill's Miseducation album is better than Michael Jackson's generational album of Thriller that has sold so many albums. They had to make up names to give this album still because it continues to sell the fuck out. And after this list, it's probably going to sell again. You guys have lost your fucking mind. Reason being is because you don't have musicians in the room. I don't give a damn what that round table. They've got a video out about this round table talking about the top 100 albums, and it's some musicians on there now, but some of those motherfuckers are probably on the take. Listen to me when I say this. And listen good, because I'm probably going to ruffle some feathers with this shit. Y'all got to stop overhyping this fucking Miseducation album. I'm sorry. It is a solid album. But when you start disrespecting Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones, kids, if you're watching, look these niggas up. When you start disrespecting Thriller, my nigga, not only that, I'm a music nigga. I'm a music head ass nigga. You put Miseducation in front of Abbey Road of the Beatles, Purple Rain from Prince, and Michael Jackson's Thriller. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Lauryn Hill has no body of work. Somebody's going to be like, well, the Fugees. Fuck that. That's Wyclef's group. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That don't count. Solo artists, if y'all do this to Andre 3000, you need to do it to Lauryn Hill. She has one album, and you guys have rolled this album into the fucking ground. I'm here to tell you today, and y'all might revoke my hip-hop card, but I don't give a fuck. That album is not as great as you think it is. Common has made 2 of those albums. He has made 2 of the Miseducations. He has 2 Miseducations of Lauryn Hill in his fucking catalog. He's made those albums before. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the mystique is. I don't know what I don't know what Lauryn Hill did to make you guys think this album was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And if I'm being completely honest with y'all, I don't give a fuck what Ebro says on his fucking Twitter. This is not a hip hop album. To me, it's more of an R&B album. Go listen to it. You tell me. It's an R&B album with some raps on there. But you're not going to sit up here and sell me a fucking camel with one hump in it. You're not going to do that shit. I don't even know what that means. It just came to my mind as I said it. But this album is so overhyped. It is ridiculous. And this is a fucking, and to me, their whole list is fucked up. One thing that people keep pointing out, and I'll point it out as well, Confessions is like number 96. And Blonde is like number 20 or some shit. I don't know. Blonde is number 5. Sorry, Blonde is in the top 10. And Usher's Confessions, which is probably one of the greatest R&B albums ever. Ask your mama. She'll tell you. Who is in these rooms is what I'm asking. What is the end game when you guys come up with these lists? Do you guys come up with these lists to have cultural relevance, or do you guys come up with this list to have us going back and forth online? Because it feels like the latter is the one that you guys keep going for. I seen this and I posted on Instagram. I was pissed because I'm saying this because, one, there has always been a controversy about who actually produced those songs on Miseducation. Go look that up. It has been a controversy because they say Lauryn Hill produced that album, but I'm here to tell you that that's not 100% true. There's people who have gone against that notion. And 2, to do that is to spit in the face of Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson. I don't know. When's the last time somebody was like, you know what? Turn on that Lauryn Hill. Turn on that Miseducation. I was talking to my homeboys probably about 2 or 3 months ago about fucking Billie Jean, about Billie Jean and how toxic that song is. I'm just saying, Thriller has been an album that has been passed down, especially in black families, from generation to generation. Like sometimes that's just I had a friend here recently that I was helping with a podcast, and she was just like, I just let my child hear Thriller. Like she listened to Billie Jean and Beat It and all this other stuff, and she was like, she liked it a little bit. She was scared she wasn't gonna like it. But this is something that this Thriller has been something in black people's family and black culture that is just something that it just happens. Somebody in your family is gonna be like, somebody in your family plays Michael Jackson, and 9 times out of 10 is going to be a song from Thriller. And a lot of people's like, well, that's not even his best album. I don't care if it's not his best album. Thriller is a traditional thing that black people have consistently been a part of for ages. And the fact that Apple Music thought to spit in that tradition and to go against which I'm never against going against the grain, but this is just fucking ridiculous. You can't tell me that the Miseducation is better produced. You can't tell me that the Miseducation has more slaps. You can't tell me the Miseducation has a better cover than Thriller. I'll put both the covers up. But Apple Music has lost their fucking mind. And I'm to the point now where I need to just stop reading lists because it just gets me out of my character. I get very frustrated because I take music very seriously. I love music, man. I love being able to hear what people have put together. And again, I'm not really trying to shit on the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, but I'm trying to get people to realize that that album is not as great as people make it out to be. And that's my personal opinion. You may think differently, but I just don't get it. And maybe it's not for me to get it. I'm a dumb man. Who knows? But I don't get it. Again, it's okay. It's a solid album. But better than Thriller, nigga? Thriller? But that's just my 2 cents. I really I really am going to get off the list, man. I'm not going to read these lists no more. This shit pisses me off way too much. And I have other music that I need to listen to. But I just really hate the fact that we have gone through, because there's been debates online all day about this shit. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I've been a part of that shit. It's tiring. Niggas is stupid. We just got a lot of shit that just goes on, and we have a lot of shit that goes on here that just doesn't make a lot of sense. 2 of the biggest music streaming companies come out with these lists, and all of a sudden this traction, they're getting all this traction on social media on top of just people going to probably boost some album sales as well. Do I think that's coincidence? No, I don't. It's all a part of the machine. And the machine is going to do what they have to do to be able to get the attention, the money, the relevance that they need from us. And niggas like me fall into it on a regular basis. Guilty as charged. I'm going to have this list in the description as well. And if you got an opinion about what you've seen, or if you have an opinion about the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, put it in the comments. Let me know. Tell me I'm stupid. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me whatever you want to tell me. But in your heart, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. So looking at everything, I'm out of time. I got nothing left for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please, guys, continue to support. And for the people who have been supporting the STEM Society, thank you, man. I can't say that enough. Every time I see somebody who subscribes, I'm blessed and thankful for what's happening with this, and it's growing. And I want you guys to make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell somebody that you enjoy this music content. Share it with somebody. Let them know that you're a part of the society and you want them to be a part of the society. I want this thing to grow organically. I don't want to buy niggas to be subscribing. So please help me grow this. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the month, beginning of June. I will be having an announcement next month. I keep saying that, but I want you guys to be well aware. So when it happens, it's not a surprise. I appreciate you guys for getting me to this point in the show, and I hope you guys continue to support. I'll catch you guys next episode. Peace out.
By the found this reality. My hoes bringing a 6-figure salary. Julia Lewis in a prom like Mallory. Some niggas claim they be pimping, but I
Thank you for joining the STEM Society.